Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today I'm going to discuss the most important and interesting concept in physics, that is photon. According to Einstein's quantum theory, light propagates in the bundles packets or quanta of energy, each bundle being called a photon, and these photons possessing energy. Photons have no mass. Photons have no charge. Now we have to discuss energy of photon. Energy of photon is given by E is equal to h nu, where nu is equal to c divided by lambda. So put the value of nu in this equation. So the equation become E is equal to hc divided by lambda, where c is speed of light, h is Planck's constant, is equal to 6.6 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 34 joule per second, and nu is frequency and lambda is the wavelength of light. Now we have to determine energy in electron volt. So using this equation hc divided by E lambda and putting the values of all parameters. Next, we have to discuss mass of photon. Actually, rest mass of the photon is 0. So we have to prove this, that rest mass is equal to 0 using mass variation formula. This is mass variation formula, and we have to rearrange this equation and determine m naught. So this is m naught, and we also know that v is also equal to c. So putting c instead of this parameter, so it will become 1 minus c square divided by c square. So c square divided by c square is cancelled with each other, and this will become 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Now we have to multiply m with 0, which become 0. So m naught is equal to 0, and finally we have proved this, that m naught is equal to 0. Next, I'm going to discuss effective mass. E is equal to mc square is Einstein mass equation. To find effective mass, we have to divide both sides by c square of equation 1. Cancel c square with c square. So this equation become m is equal to E divided by c square. We also know that E is equal to h nu is Planck's equation. Putting equation number 3 is equal to h nu and equation number 2, so the equation become m is equal to h nu divided by c square. Now nu is equal to c divided by lambda, so cancel c with c, so the equation become h divided by c lambda. Next, we have to determine momentum. So we also know that momentum is the product of mass and velocity. And we also know that this v is equal to c. So p is equal to mc, and we also know that E is equal to mc square. Now we have to determine mass from this equation. M is equal to E divided by c square. Putting equation number 2 and equation number 1, so equation 1 become P is equal to E divided by c square multiplied by c. So we have to cancel this c with this. The equation become p is equal to e divided by c, and we also know that e is equal to h nu, putting in equation number 3. So p is equal to h nu divided by c, and we also know that nu is equal to c divided by lambda. So putting the values in equation number 4, so p is equal to h into c divided by lambda divided by c. So p is equal to h divided by lambda. And finally, we have to determine number of emitted photon. N is equal to p divided by e. We also know that p is equal to mv, and we also know that E is equal to h nu. So putting in the above equation, n is equal to p divided by h nu, where nu is equal to c divided by lambda. So finally the equation become n is equal to p lambda divided by hc.